little tighter than I thought.
You look good.
Well, thank you. Probably gained a little bit of weight in Ireland. You know how things are.
I don't know how.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Investor Shed podcast. We're glad you're back.
We're going to do this one like all monotone, like, welcome back, everybody, to the Investor Shed podcast.
Welcome back.
We're
We're
so happy
surprised.
you're here.
We're surprised you're here.
We're overwhelmed with joy that you're here.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Speaking of welcoming back, welcome back from Ireland.
Thank you. It's good to be back in the States.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I had a great time.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Last time I went to Europe, I was a little disappointed because, you know, I'm a big old American.
Well, that happened.
And
Yes.
I like my big stuff.
Okay.
And I did not get my big stuff last time I was in
Mhm.
Europe. I had small stuff.
You gave me small coffees, right? That was the small thing in particular.
Small coffee, small cars, small parking spots.
Oh, they're so efficient.
Small people. Oh, I hated it all. But this year, went to Ireland.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah?
Loved it. Had such a good time.
Cool. What was the best thing you did there?
The best thing?
Hmm?
You know what? I don't know. There was a lot we did that was just fun. I would say that the maximum amount of fun I think we had, we were just like in a pub in kind of a small town,
Yeah.
drinking Guinnesses and having a good old time.
Cool.
And just chatting it up with the locals.
Mm-hmm.
They all had Irish accents. They couldn't help themselves.
In the back of their head, they're like, don't do the Irish accent. But then they
They're
start
like,
to talk.
crap, I have to.
I started talking and you got to talk a little
Tart.
bit. Tarty.
Everyone says that they're TR, like for
It's
like
3:30. Yeah, 3:30.
Yeah, tres.
3:30.
Yeah,
Did you?
they don't pronounce their THs
Just tease.
the way we do. It's just tur.
Cool.
It's 3:30.
3:30.
Uh-huh.
I love it. Cool. So you pub bounced. You looked at some sheep from what we talked about.
We
before
drove around the
episode?
entire island.
Wow.
Yeah. In 8 days, we drove around the entire thing in a transit van
Mm-hmm.
and saw as much as we could.
Did you
And,
stay at like a different place every night?
Yeah, except for one night. We stayed 2 nights in the in a city outside of Cork.
Yeah.
I forgot a couple hours west of Cork.
Cool.
We stayed 2 nights in that city. Forgot what the name of that place was. Started with a K. Doesn't matter.
So Guinness is a real thing over there.
Guinness is the thing over there.
That's not like the Americanized Irish drink. That's the actual Irish drink.
That is the beer of all beers.
Okay.
That is where they have that at every pub.
Right.
Every pub.
Yeah. Is that
And
for
they
like a
all have
tourist attraction though, or is that for like
That's
real
their-
Irish culture?
That's real Irish culture.
Okay.
That's what they drink mostly.
Okay.
They have other beers,
Sure.
but that's not just a touristy thing.
Sure.
Unless the entire island is touristy.
I would imagine like the route you did could have been a touristy. Like
I mean, we
around the
stopped in
island, you know what I
small
mean?
towns
Sure.
too, and every pub had a Guinness. That's what's mostly used,
And that's
the crank that they mostly turn,
That's the one that's got the most wear on it.
and they're better.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't think Guinness is bad in the U.S. at all.
Yeah.
but man, they taste smoother
Okay.
over in Ireland.
Okay.
Pretty good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
I love
Had a
it.
good time. I had to get the shirt.
Yeah.
I had to get a Guinness shirt. There's plenty.
What to say? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to drink with you again.
Yeah.
At 3:30.
3:30 we're gonna meet my muckers. So mucker is a term for friend.
Okay.
You would think not.
Yeah,
the
I was
way
going to
it
say mother.
says.
Yeah, I got to go meet my mother.
Mucker. It's it's like the F word, but change out the F for an M,
Oh, okay, cool.
and that's another word for a friend.
Cool.
Which is nice.
Muckers.
Yeah. Poke me home is like kiss my ass.
I love it.
So I said poke my Peter Holmes quite a bit. He's a comedian. Anyway,
Pete
we had
Holmes?
a good Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes is a comedian, yes.
Yeah. So they didn't get it. Anyway,
That's bad for them. I feel bad for them.
a lot of sheep.
Yeah?
A lot of sheep in Ireland.
Okay.
And some decently priced real estate.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you planning on buying over there?
No.
Okay.
But we thought about it as a possibility. Like, man, this place is beautiful. But there's so many beautiful places in the U.S. It's
Right.
like, why leave this country
Yeah.
just to see another beautiful spot? Because, like, in the U.S., we have mini islands, in like Western Washington and stuff.
Oh, sure.
It looks similar.
Yeah.
Don't get all the accents. You can't get those accents unless you go to Boston, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a little different accent, I think. But
yeah, but in Boston, you're not going to get the Irish look that Western Washington maybe has. Or
you've done your research on this.
So you got to go to Ireland if you want the whole experience.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So like the queue order is Ireland is the number one. Boston maybe like a little bit more mini.
I've never been to Boston. I heard there's a lot of assholes and Matt Damon. I don't know.
I've heard there's a lot of assholes and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Is he not an asshole?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, he was in The Martian. It was a good movie.
He was kind of an asshole in The Departed.
Right, but he made up for it in The Martian.
I love it. This is a good episode so far.
Yeah.
He made up for it. He redeemed himself.
He totally did.
Okay.
What have you been up to this last week?
Man, same things. Just cranking out video and photo work.
Yeah? Anything interesting or fun happen?
Nope. I went to Moscow yesterday. I feel like I've just been doing unoptimized drives the last couple days, which it is what it is. But like all my routes have been like Kellogg to Newport to Worley, and then like Spokane to Kellogg.
Yeah.
Like I can't do both my Kellogg's in one day, and I can't do like Spokane and Newport in the same day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's unoptimized, but that's okay.
You know what? Speaking of driving, you know what I've done recently, just for the heck of it. I was riding home about 3 weeks ago from St. Mary's, and I was going back and forth to St. Mary's a lot because we were building the cabin out there.
Yeah.
And I got a call from RD, and we were talking. He's like, "It must be so nice having that Tesla. You could just like relax and let it drive you all the way home." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't really have that feature unlocked." I'm like, "That would cost like $100 a month to have the full self-driving." And I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull over. I just pulled over and clicked the button to just charge me $100, and I'll have it for a month. Holy crap! It's gotten so much better.
Yeah.
So for the last 3 weeks. With the exception of last week in Ireland, my car has literally just been driving me around, and I can do this, and it takes me it does everything. Yeah. I don't have to intervene much. There's only a couple of times where I get a little like, I can go faster at the stop sign. I might get a little impatient, but I can put it on a hurry mode to where it is also a little impatient in its driving. Yeah, it's kind of a cool feature, but the Tesla full. Yes, of course. And you have to be watching the road unless you're wearing sunglasses.
Then you don't have to watch. Oh, yeah.
Because it's not tracking your eyes.
So if you wear like a bandana over your eyes.
Oh, no. If you close your eyes, it knows. And it's like, it freaks out, you know. So, but if you're wearing sunglasses, that's a way to trick your full self-driving into seriously just distracting yourself with your cell phone or something.
Okay. Now, question for you on that. Because I saw Brandon Turner. He posted a video the other day of a Tesla coming to pick him up. There was no driver. Yeah. Full autonomy. Right. Does your car have that?
It does, but it doesn't. But you still have. It's not enabled to where you can't. It's supervised. So what he got picked up in was probably a robo-taxi.
Yes.
Or it was in a parking lot.
Okay.
So I had the feature too, where if I'm in a big parking lot and I come out of a hotel or something like that, as long as it's not going on a public road, I can hit the summon button and it will back up out of the parking spot and it will come get me.
Cool.
So that's no problem.
Right. But this is actually on like a road. So this is probably a robo-taxi.
So it's probably in a testing like city where the robo-taxis are being, and I don't know if you've seen Tesla stock lately. Remember how I kept talking about buying it when it was like in the 200s?
270, yeah, 270. I remember that. It's like 500 right now, right?
It's in the mid 400s. Yeah. So it's finally, it's caught on like, okay, this company's going places.
I buy $2 every day.
Yep. In the summer, they started releasing in different cities robo-taxi, which is still supervised, but by a guy sitting in the passenger seat.
So it didn't look like anybody was actually in the car when it picked him up. Like,
there are, I think there's a state where, or maybe they finally got approved in whatever state. Every state's going to be different with their regulation.
So that's a state law thing then.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's like a new Uber.
Wild.
Tesla, and anyone who owns a Tesla can eventually put their car to work for them.
Yeah.
If they just want to make some extra cash and just be a part of this network, like Airbnb in your car.
Sure.
You just turn on the ride sharing mode on your car.
Crazy. I think what would happen with that, and I don't know actually, but if everybody did it, then it's going to drive prices down a lot because there's going to be a lot of supply and like a fair amount of demand. So I think like at the beginning, everyone's going to want to be like, yeah, I want to make money on this thing.
Sure.
And then it's going to be a lot of sitting cars because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to put their Teslas out and then probably not as many trying to pick up rides. But I could be wrong.
Can see, well, yeah, if everyone had your mindset and my mindset, then that's true.
Right.
Not everybody takes advantage of making money.
Sure. You are right.
And I feel like it's a very small number of people that would actually take the time to get their car cleaned and go set it out to make money.
Yeah.
Because people hate inconvenience.
Yeah.
If it was seriously no bother, that's a word in... So instead of no problem, in Ireland, they always say no bother.
Okay.
That's an interesting term.
My mother thought of a new word.
Yeah.
Learn new words.
Yeah, I got to say that.
Mother.
Yes, they're taking your order or something like that. And you're, I want a cheesesteak sandwich. Oh, no bother. And then they'll go get it. But they have a stronger accent than that. Yeah. They don't just say, no bother. We're American, no bother. Anyway, got lost there. I really think that not as many people will take advantage of it as you think.
Sure.
I think there'll be a select few that will just buy a shit ton of Teslas and companies and then like
fleet it out.
This is our fleet, and when we have employees that take care of the cars and come in and charge them and clean them out and stuff, and this is the new taxi companies. I think it's going to be more likely that happening than everybody who owns a Tesla sending their car out to make money, because most of those people are going to be using their cars to get them everywhere. And then, most of those people will still have jobs, I think.
Right.
But there'll be maybe 10% or so. Who knows? I'm just guessing.
Sure.
10, 20% of people.
Are you going to buy an extra Tesla to do that?
No, but I mean, I might try it out and just, because I have a truck too that I can just drive around. If I just want some extra cash and I want my car to just go make money for the day, and I just set it off.
It's pretty cool.
Down the driveway, wave to it, and I get in my truck.
Work, honey.
I get in my truck and I drive 4 minutes to work, and then I get home around the same time my car gets home, and I plug it in the garage, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and I pat it on the back for making me an extra $150 that day.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good arrangement.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I can see myself doing that.
Sure.
But and then any days that I needed to drive the car a bunch, and I would just do that.
Right.
But there's also no reason why you couldn't just, okay, you're in for the night, and then you unplug the car, you open the garage, and like, go out and make some money now tonight.
Mm-hmm.
People are out drinking tonight.
Yeah.
And it can, go out and work for a few hours. The battery's getting low, so it comes back. You plug it in the next morning, do it again.
Yeah.
I can see myself doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just as a little, because I have a nice vacuum in my garage and cleaning supplies, and I can get it all cleaned and charged in my garage pretty easily. I can see myself doing that, a couple of years from now, if that's a reality, like Elon claims.
Yeah.
So what about you? Would you ever get a Tesla for something like that?
The thought sounds nice. Like not gonna lie, like doing that sounds like it could work. I don't know if I'd be like an early adopter. Like if I wanted to do it, I think I'd want to like go in with people buying a bunch of Teslas and do a business out of it, like fleet it out. You know what I mean? Like, I put a couple $100,000 in, you put a couple $100,000 in, we buy 10 Teslas.
Oh, you go all crazy.
I don't know. Like if you're gonna do it, like in order for it to like make sense, for $150 a day, like I'd want to have it out on a bigger scale. But
right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because otherwise, like I have to just buy the car and then I just don't get to use the car and. Yeah, I might make a little bit of money.
Yeah, but people do that with houses.
Yeah,
where they'll make a couple $100 a month, and they'll make a big investment.
Yeah.
With this, something like this would absolutely cash flow.
Oh,
I mean, you buy a Tesla fully leveraged, and your payment's going to be around $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure if you're setting it out full time, it's going to make, who knows?
Right.
What's 100? If it nets you $100 a day. That's $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
So it can, you can triple your money.
Right.
Or let's see, your $1,000 makes you an extra $2,000.
Right.
Pretty good investment.
Electricity is not going to cost you a lot to charge it.
Yeah. Not tons.
Yeah, but it costs you
in North Idaho. I know every state's a little bit different with electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I know that to get at least a couple hundred miles out of my car, it cost me like $3. On my bill.
Wow.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So we're Teslaing, we're vacationing. How did your business run while you were gone?
Pretty smooth.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
So we thought our cricket phones were going to work because Hillary saw something like, "Oh, Ireland should work just fine,"
Mm-hmm.
and not true.
Okay.
But all you have to do is just hit a button, Wi-Fi calling,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever we were in hotel rooms and stuff, our phones worked fine.
Cool.
We got all of our text messages that from that day or whatever. And fortunately I have my assistant here that's able to take care of any immediate pressing business. She's able to monitor my emails.
Yeah.
She doesn't monitor my calls, and I don't have my voicemail set up like, "Hey, I'm in Ireland," or anything like that. I just get back to people within 8 hours. Most of the time that we are hanging out during the day anyway, people were sleeping because we were 8 hours ahead.
Right.
So I think that the hours worked out just fine. I really wasn't too busy.
Cool.
I closed on my second flip.
Nice. Congratulations.
That one on Dakota that we've talked about.
That's done.
In Hayden. Yep. It's done. And I finished the books this morning before you walked in.
Yeah.
We made $56,000.
Nice.
On that. So a little bit more than I was anticipating.
Cool. What were you anticipating? 50? Was that right? Or
we were anticipating like 50 or so when we bought it.
Yeah.
And then we went way over budget.
Sure.
The budget was like 65,000.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent about 112 on the reno. Actually, no, sorry. We spent about 107 or so. And then other interests and stuff, 107 in repairs and utilities and stuff like that. I can break down the numbers for you if you'd like,
if
since
you want.
We're on a podcast.
So,
just so people can get an idea.
I'm curious, like, how you actually made money because you went over budget on your reno and you went longer on your, like, how did you actually end up, and you sold it for less than what you originally put on the market for?
True.
Like, where did this money making come from?
Okay, so we bought this house in Hayden for $355,000 that needed a ton of work.
Yep.
And initially, I knew that it should sell for about $560 was my prediction. Now, we made this house a little bit nicer than what we anticipated, and it took longer to sell, and it needed, I'm not going to go into the whole story.
Right.
But the project took about 7 months. We spent in closing costs for the loan fees, the title fees, and all that, and the insurance for the year. We actually spent just shy of $10,000 in closing costs. So we were all in when we started at $364. And then we spent about $107,000 on the labor and materials.
Sure.
And then the interest on the entire project ended up being $21,865. That was for about 7 months.
Yeah.
And that was all. We didn't have to make payments. We sold it just before the first payment was due.
Okay, nice.
Like, we're talking like a few days.
Right.
Because we got a 7-month loan.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a 7 or 8 month loan. Sorry. It was a 12-month loan.
Mm-hmm. But you had 6 months.
But we had a 7 months or so, not interest free, but we didn't have to make interest payments. They would just accrue.
Like baked into the loan.
Yeah, every month the balance would just go up.
Sure.
So, and then let's see, extra utility bills. I put in another $344. We had some outside closing costs. There's like an extra $4,000 or so worth of stuff here that I'm not going to get into. But we ended up selling it for $599,000.
Cool.
We had commissions to agents of $32,744. We had tax prorations that we had to pay of like $981. We had to pay the buyer's closing costs, a little credit of $10,000 that we advertised. And then we had other closing costs of $2,700 and some change. So our actual net profit ended up being $55,960.
Gotcha.
Going over budget by nearly $50,000.
Wow.
So, but we sold it for, net, $20,000 more than what we anticipated.
Okay.
So
nice.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
For 7-month flip, this is between you and your partner, right?
Yeah, my brother Sean.
Yeah.
And I. Yep.
Cool.
So I already sent him his money is cut this morning after I finished all the books. On to the next deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you told me last time we talked, like, obviously, like, when you partner with people, there's a whole bunch of costs that come up over the next couple months, like Avista bills. Are you anticipating stuff like that on this one as well?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I just paid an Avista bill yesterday, and I included it here. I anticipate probably one more Avista bill.
Sure.
For 20 days or so, and then that is true. So I will end up paying more. But my brother and I, we throw money back and forth at each other so often.
Sure.
If I needed an extra $100 from him,
right,
I can ask. But for now, I'm just like, I'm gonna just call it good.
Sure.
If it was a different partner, I might wait a little bit longer, or just hold back an extra few $100 and say, hey, I'll once we pay out all the utilities, then I'll pay the rest.
Yeah.
But it's my brother. I don't care.
Cool.
I might pay an extra $100 more than I should.
Yeah.
And if I do, I can always ask him.
Right.
It's so small, I don't even have to think about it.
I know.
I just feel good. Also, Sean did a lot more work than I did on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, I put a lot more money into it than he did.
Yeah.
But he spent a lot more of his time and hours on this project than I did. So if he makes an extra $100, I can care less.
And I'm not worried about that.
You know what I mean?
Like when we partnered together.
But it is true. It is true.
Yeah.
That, in the past, and most of the time, I am very anal about it because it took me a few years to catch on. Like, I'm actually shooting myself in the foot here because I'm paying everybody out, and then there's still more bills coming, and all that
you're still responsible for those things.
Yeah.
And like on our partnerships in the past, like you've been like, hey, by the way, we had like an Avista bill come in for an extra $200. I send you an extra 100. Like, man, I just want to make this thing make sure that you know that I'm not trying to screw you on these things.
Yeah.
I go I jump where you tell me to jump on these. Like, all right, if we got a bill, we pay the bill, and that's how it is.
And also sometimes I'll get a check too.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not a big deal, because we might wind up. It's very likely we might wind up with a check for a couple $100 from the escrow company, because usually when your loan, your loan company sends a payoff to the title company saying, hey, this is how much they owe us. They usually say it's a little bit more, so that they can not have to collect money later.
Right.
And instead, based off the day that you close, because it's not always perfect what day you close.
Right.
Okay, well, we actually only needed to collect this much, and there's an excess of $200 or $300 or $1,500. Sometimes it's a lot more.
Get a check,
and then I can get a random check a month later and be like, "What is? Oh, it's an escrow refund." And then I can go to my partners and be like, "Hey, got some good news. You're going to get an extra $600 or something like that." Yeah. So there's always that too. There's cool. That and utility bills that kind of linger later.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's actually a pretty good flip. You did better than I thought you would do on it.
Same here. Yeah, thank you. I was very pessimistic about it because we were going severely over budget.
Right.
And it just wasn't selling, and we were dropping the price. And so I go to my dark place without looking at my numbers. And also I needed to fully do all the books.
Sure.
Which can take some time just to know exactly where we were. And we're fine.
And this one, you guys, so Sean worked on it, and you had subcontractors coming.
Oh, lots.
Yeah. Have they been paid out already?
Oh, all those people, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think there's only one plumbing bill that this plumber kept forgetting to send us, and I actually emailed him this morning. I'm like, hey, we owe you for like $350. He's like, yeah, sorry, I meant to blah, 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 blah. So he'll come in later for that check, and I've already put that in the...
Cool.
I put that in my spreadsheet right here just to account for it before I paid out my partner. As you can see, right here, Evan's still going to bill $350. So I just threw that in this spreadsheet. That is actually available for y'all out there that want spreadsheets like this.
Where can they find it?
They have to email me.
I love it.
nickbeveridge17@gmail.com, because we no longer have this fix and flip spreadsheet. We have another one that kind of is helping you on the buy end.
Yeah.
And not so much keeping track of the
You can instead of you can automate that, by the way.
Hey, quick commercial break here. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you want to give back, let me help you buy a house, or I can help you sell a house. It's the only way I make money when I'm not investing in real estate. I don't make money on this podcast or the events I do, but I do make money only when I help people buy and sell houses. So if you're looking for your next investment and you're here in North Idaho, I want to help you personally. If you are not in North Idaho, I can still help you out. I have a vast network of referral partners all across the country, and I can find the right real estate investor savvy agent for you so you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for your support. Back to the show. Automate?
So like you don't have to have somebody email you and then you send them a thing. You can just set up like a landing page.
Oh yeah.
And then they put their email in, and as soon as they put their information in, it sends them to the download link, and then you capture their information on the back end. Like you can.
So we actually have that.
Okay, cool.
I'm just telling our audience.
Sure.
That's another way you can do this. Just go to northidahorei.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's a link for investors. And if you want tools and calculators, then you just put in your info, just like first, last name, email.
Yeah.
That will send us a notification to send you, and then we will email you these tools.
Cool. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Yep.
Just making sure you had an automated thing on the background. Like, it doesn't sound like you'd take a lot of time on that, but a lot of a little turns into a lot.
Yeah. For years, we just had the tool downloadable on our spreadsheet just by a click without trying to capture any information.
Yeah.
For like 9 years.
Yeah.
So now nobody asks for our tools.
They got it. They're good.
Kidding.
No,
Yeah.
but it's good to have that behind, who's actually utilizing your information, and that is a technical lead source for you. So
it is a lead source.
Yeah.
It's also like, hey, yeah, I'm happy to send this tool. By the way, do you want any real estate you're looking at that you need help with?
Yeah. It's a real easy way to talk to somebody.
Yeah. That's also how I make a living too, is I sell real estate to people.
Right.
And you can't sell anything if you don't know anyone.
Interesting. Yeah. Business is all about you talking to people and you actually getting in front of people. So congratulations. You said on to the next one. Do you got your next flip lined up already?
No. Not really. No, I just have a couple land deals that are still out there. Also, I'm building a cabin, which not an investment.
Sure.
It could always turn into one if I'm like, I should really Airbnb this or something like that. Yeah.
Let's be honest, though, you're not building it as an investment, so it's not being treated as such at the moment.
Just a second home.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And then, we've got a couple of lots in Pinehurst that we're selling. Got a really good inquiry yesterday, an agent who's had a client that's been there a couple of times, and they might make us a good offer on one of them. So that's enlightening to hear that we might actually sell one of those. We anticipated holding that for like up to a year. Yeah. Just because they're building lots in Pinehurst, but they're priced competitively.
Vacant land lots they're not really moving off the shelves right now.
They are in certain areas.
Are they? Okay.
But like out in the boonies, not as fast as they used to.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and then our lots in Post Falls, we're having some good action on. We got our lot cleared out, so buildings are gone.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got a great deal. Okay, here's a tip out there, everybody. We had this 5-acre property full of junk.
Needles, druggies, couches on the roofs.
Yeah. There's a house, 2 shops, hot tubs,
shop and a half,
boats, multiple trailers, vehicles broken down, glass all over this property, huge mess, trees, fencing, all kinds of stuff. And we're going to develop this into land. But we needed to get a contractor to go out there and scrape the site, remove the septic system, all the stuff, like get it ready for a developer. Big job.
Yep.
We had 3 bids. The first bid came in at like $49,000. The second bid came in at just over $50,000.
Okay.
This third bid, it was the first guy that I sent out there, and he just wasn't getting back to me. He was busy. We almost went with the second bid because he could get started sooner and everything. And just before we gave him the go ahead, I called that other guy again. I'm like, hey, we're about to go with somebody else. Like, I know you've already been out to the site. Can you send me that bid do you actually want it?
Yeah.
He's
okay
like,
if you don't.
Yeah. He's like, sorry, haven't been doing, I need to get that to you. Sorry, I'll do it today. He sends it like within a few hours, $33,000. Saved $17,000.
I love it.
Just by sticking to getting 3 bids. And the work is done.
Awesome.
Like, he did it. He stayed on budget.
Did he do a good job?
No issues. Yeah. Did a great job. Well, we did go out there. He missed like 1 tree and a little section of fencing, and he got his guys right on there to fix it.
Cool.
And get it out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, done. Saved $17,000. That's a Nissan Rogue.
At least a Sentra.
You know what I mean?
Not a Pathfinder. Let's be real.
Right.
Hardly a Rogue, like a used Rogue. Sure.
You can get a nice side by side, really nice 4-door
used Rogue.
new. You can get a brand new side by side 4-seater with the tailgate that moves up and down, brand new, like a Polaris Ranger, out the door for 16.
Wow.
We saved 17. We can get a Polaris Ranger.
So
now.
is that what you're gonna do?
Now we can get a Polaris Ranger.
Is that where you that extra money though?
No, I have partners on this.
I know.
I
You
can't just
be
buy
like,
toys.
hey, by the way, we
But
saved. We get a side by side.
Just taking that extra phone call. What a win! Like I know it sounds stupid.
Dude, it doesn't.
We almost just hit the green light, and then let me just make this one more call. Just making that one extra call. You know how hard it is to make $17,000 for some people in this country?
That half year of work
took no effort.
Yeah.
It took just an extra phone call of asking if somebody really, do you even want this?
Right.
We're about to make a decision here. And boom, $17,000 savings.
Yeah.
Not even asking people for discounts here.
Yeah. Just asking him to do the job and what would it cost.
Now we had to like get back on the phone with him. Like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is this really all inclusive? Is this really all the buildings? Is this the septic system? Is this all the fencing? Is this like he's like, no, it's all inclusive. That's 33 out the door.
Cool.
Like, okay. He's like, there we go. Like, I'm just, I'm still blown away by that because now I can get that Nissan Rogue.
If you didn't
2015 model.
2015. No, yeah, I totally understand making the 3 phone calls and the 3 bids. Like when Sam and I got our HELOC on our house, our mortgage company said, like, no, we can't give you one. So that was strike one. Then we went to SDCU. They're like, we'll give you 20 grand.
Almost went with it, huh?
Almost went with it because I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a pretty standard. Then we went to another bank. They gave us $170,000. It's a $150,000 difference for making an extra phone call.
Yeah. And that extra phone call completely set you on a new path of investing.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
You know, because that's what kickstarted your whole hard money business or your whole, lending and equity partner business and all that stuff. You were able to do a lot more deals with $170,000 in cash available.
Yep.
Than 20.
Yep. But yeah, that just goes to show, like, you just make an extra phone call.
Just one more call, guys. It's amazing what can happen with just one extra phone call.
Yeah.
That you don't want to do. Yeah. Maybe that's the tip of the day. Just make one more call, guys.
Yeah. But even like on like real estate photography, like I'd say like a lot of us are pretty competitively priced. I have had people go with like a lower price option and then feel a lower price result. You know what I mean? So like price doesn't always guarantee a result.
No.
But it is something to consider for sure.
Yeah. But so here's another on that same development. Like we're getting close to like just wanting to just get this thing under contract with the builder.
Yeah.
Not talking to other builders yet. And we told one of our excavators, I think we might go 130 with these people per lot, which would be like a little over a $3 million price point. But like we would really be happy at 145.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold on, let me talk to a couple people. And he had 2 builders that were like very interested at 245 because they just paid like for something similar, like 160 a lot.
Cool.
We're just like, whoa, that can get us an extra $400,000. One extra call, guys. So we're checking with more builders now. We're not going to necessarily settle. But yeah, it's interesting what can happen with just a little extra effort when you're in business.
Yeah.
You can really make a lot more money.
Yeah. But there's also, I think, a spot where like you have to stop making phone calls and you have to start making decisions.
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
Like eventually, like what could happen is you could get analysis by paralysis. Like you could just spin the reels, like, I don't know if I want to do any of these. And then the longer you sit, the project just sits. You know what I mean? Like you still got to have your foot on the pedal a little bit of like, we got to make a decision, but we can call a few people.
Yeah.
Just not dilly dally with it.
Well, I think 3 is a pretty magical number. You know, if you're going to get bids on big work, might as well get 3 because the amount of effort, like if you're spending more than 20 grand on something, it helps to get 3 bids.
Yeah.
If you're doing a gut job and you have, HVAC, electrical and plumbing, and you've never dealt with any of these kind of people, It helps to talk to 3 plumbers, 3 HVAC people, 3 electricians.
Yep.
Because the amount of money you'll save by talking to all 3 of them and getting all 3 eyes and 3 bids, you'll probably have to talk to more than 3 to get the actual 3 bids.
Sure.
If you know what I mean, because most people don't respond or don't follow up.
You didn't do 12 calls really, but
but it's pretty amazing the amount of thousands of dollars you will save.
Yeah.
You don't always have to go with the cheapest person either.
Right.
But just to get more than one option, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah.
So moving along, then you're just next step for that development property is you're just waiting for a developer to come and give you a number that you like.
Well, we have to go out and find. Yeah. So we're the developer.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're just going to go out and now that we have a layout of what our subdivision should look like, we're taking that, and this is our offering to builders and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Yeah. What would you pay per lot? And try to get a good consensus of, you know, who should we be dealing with?
Sure.
And not every builder, you know, the builder who's going to be willing to pay the very most probably still won't even be the best one to go to, because with this stuff, they might also require certain ways that the lots are finished. Yep. That could cost us more than maybe selling them for a little less.
Yeah.
But we can get into that in another episode.
Right. So as the developer, you're still responsible for putting in sidewalks, power,
all the stuff.
Yeah.
Everything except for the house. Yep. So we would be putting in the common areas. We would bring in the sewer, the water, the power, the cable, internet, you know, the streets, the curbs, gutters, the dry wells, all the stuff that's needed for a developer or a builder. Then a builder can just come in and they just start digging a foundation.
Yeah, yeah. We're ready to go.
Going from there.
Sure.
You know.
Okay. How long do you think you are still out on this process from where you're at right now to completion?
Probably another 11 months.
Cool.
Or so until we get paid.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So countdown, baby. I mean, it's still a lot of work, a lot of phone calls, a lot of meeting with people. But a lot of that big risky work is done.
Right.
We're annexed in with the city now. That was the most risky part.
Yeah.
The cool thing was yesterday I got a couple of leads of neighbors that are wanting to sell now. So we can go potentially get another 1 or 2 deals.
There you go.
Which is what I'm going to try to focus on more than trying to find another house flip right now.
Yeah. You're going to try to do another development deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah. From the neighbors in the one on the lot?
Yeah, from the neighbors of this development that we're working on.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good lead gen. You just start doing a project and people want to come talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You do stuff and then people catch on to that and they're like, wait, you do stuff?
Yeah.
How about you do this too? Okay.
Yes.
And that's how business works.
That's why I always recommend like a realtor come meet me out at the property. Like, I'm like, you don't have to, I can work without you. But like, if you really want a lead gen, you just go knock on the neighbor's doors and say like, hey, by the way, like, don't be alarmed, but I'm going to have a drone up here. We're going to be selling this lot. My name's this. By the way, are you looking for anyone? Does anyone that you know wanting to buy or sell a house? And that's just like, boom. Now it makes it easy for me to be like, okay, they know he's supposed to be here. They're not going to shoot down his drone. And you just made like 4 contacts. Like,
yeah. And if they don't, be like, do you want to buy a drone?
I get asked if how much it costs and if I can shoot it down. That's like the most common questions.
What does that cost? Can I shoot that down?
Yeah. But from like 2 different sets of people.
Yeah. Like, you probably shouldn't be firing guns in the air. It's dangerous.
Never said that to anybody. But it's been threatened to be shot down a lot, especially in like rural back counties where people are like, what are you doing out here? I'm like, my name's Jeremy Kitchen. I'm with Gingersnap Media.
Yeah.
I'm not spying on your house. Your trailer out in the middle of nowhere. I promise you.
Don't like it.
I don't like it. I'm shooting the land next to it, which is more valuable than probably your whole trailer.
I hate your trailers.
I hate your trailer.
Everybody out there listening who owns a trailer, I don't like it. Sorry.
It really bothers me.
And I don't like it because I've lost so much money on trailers.
If you've got a split level entry house, I don't like that either. Like,
split levels? I've made money on split levels.
Yeah, but you don't like them.
Nope.
Yeah, but you don't like them, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've ever bought a split entry house. Have I ever bought a split entry?
You've sold them.
I've definitely sold them.
Yes.
Yeah, as an agent.
I remember as an agent, correct. I just remember some of the back and forth we did. Like, God, I hate split level houses, but I know you're probably messing with me. But
so there's split level houses and then there's split entry homes.
Split entry, yeah.
Yeah, split entries are the entryway is split. You go upstairs or downstairs.
Yep.
Split level homes, you might just walk into a living room and then there's a kitchen and then you can either go upstairs or downstairs for more bedrooms.
Yeah. Well, split entry is the bad one then.
Yeah, it's bad. Bad. Cool. Baby, bad. There's a lot of people with split entry homes listening to this, getting really irritated. It's like, I love my split entry.
I'm flipping my desk over.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so doing the development deal, you got like 11 months left, and that's the next thing you're looking for then, you think, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be very open to any opportunities that come my way, but severely more picky.
Sure.
And which I've had a lot of opportunities in the last month and a half or so, and I've had to say no to every single one of them just because they just don't fit that box of like, oh, this is a no-brainer.
Right.
If I have to think hard about it, it's a no.
Yeah.
Lately, which is, I don't know if that's depressing or not, but I'm getting so much more picky, and it feels okay. I feel like I'm not as scatterbrained as I was.
Yeah.
And I have a lot less to worry about right now.
Good. It's a bad time to be worrying about real estate right now.
Yeah. That usually is my comfort zone, though.
Right.
My comfort zone is complete chaos.
Yeah.
But it certainly is nice to just not have that in my life right now.
While you were in Ireland, I got a check from your Numerica.
Oh, cool.
For the
automatic.
For the 401k loan that we did.
Yeah. I'm ready to pay that off whenever.
Are you?
Or we could just let it ride for a little bit.
Dude, it's up to you. Like,
yeah.
If you don't want it, I'll find somewhere else to put it. Like, don't feel obligated to keep paying me.
I still have that deal in Kellogg that's lingering, just waiting to close. Just haven't heard anything new from the sellers, so I figured it was just pushing back closing as we go. Yeah. Because that's what that was initially meant for.
Personally, I think we should let it ride until we get some closure on that.
Okay.
Just so I don't have to make you another loan.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
right.
You pay $195 a month to have access to 13,000.
Yep.
Not too bad.
Not horrible.
Yeah.
I've had better.
You've had better, but you also made these terms yourself.
I did. Did make them myself.
Yeah. You sent me the terms and I said, okay.
Yeah. And I don't want to screw you by like paying it off super early because then you're like, guys, took all the time to set this up and blah, blah, blah.
Do you know how long that took me?
5 minutes. 10.
I'd say I've worked on it less than 10 minutes. 5
to 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's close.
So I made $195 for 10 minutes of work so far.
Nice work.
Thanks. I'm not mad, by the way.
Hey, we're going to be speaking at Kelly Clark's event later this year.
We are.
Yeah. We're talking about IRAs, investing with your IRA. So if you guys want to be a part of that, it's at the Black Diamond December 16th, I believe.
December 16th.
Jeremy and I will be there along with a couple other people on the panel.
Yeah, we're going to be paneling it up. You, me, and Kelly, and I think maybe Sean Dolan.
I did recommend. I don't know if he said yes yet.
Yep.
He'd be a good guy for that. I tell you what, he knows how to deal out his 401k.
Does he?
I don't know.
All I know is he started with his HELOC, and that's
IRA.
He started with his HELOC.
You guys had similar paths. When you started. Yep.
I got a lot of respect for Sean.
He's got 20 years on you or so.
He's got a lot of experience and a lot of deals under his belt, and that's okay.
That is okay.
Yeah. Cool dude.
What's your next investment going to be?
Right now, I've just been doing just IRA 401k stuff and a little bit of...
How are those investments going? We haven't checked in a while.
Good. They're great. They're paid automatically every single month.
Boring.
They're. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, these are so boring. There's nothing special about these.
Yeah.
But it's just mailbox money that comes in, and I like that.
Yeah.
Especially since like these accounts are still kind of, I would say, baby accounts right now.
Yep.
It's nice to just get like, $300 here, $200 here, $1,000 here in the HELOC, and it's all just kind of like, okay, I'm doing things, and it's building. And then obviously the next plan was when December or January comes, I'll fund another 7 into the IRA right away. That'll be ready to go. I'll probably fund another 15-ish into the 401k.
Yeah.
And then we'll adapt later as we need. But that'll get me a pretty good chunk to get started in.
How's your Bitcoin doing?
Good. Bitcoin's down a little bit today.
Is it down? Well, it's always up or down.
Yeah. It's always one or the other.
one or the other.
I always get the notifications like it's down 5% to 119,000, and I'm like, it's still up like a lot though.
Yeah, I got a notification. I think yesterday. It's down under $120,000.
Like, that's up a lot from what I bought.
You don't have to notify me for that. I'm like, thanks. Yeah, it is. It's it's pretty exciting. And I'm going to recommend to everyone out there, get a Gemini card.
Okay.
If you're going to have a credit card out there, it's the best because I have a lot of credit lines as a house flipper. It's fun to get into credit cards and use them on your, because sometimes wherever, you might spend 50 grand on a project.
Yeah.
And you can put a lot of that on a credit card and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but you get all the points.
Yep.
And I have so many different credit cards. None of them have an option for investing my points. It's usually just, here's some garbage that you can pick from. Or here's a, gift card to Amazon or something like that. But gosh, I wish. It's so cool having the Gemini card because the points automatically get in. You don't have to eventually redeem them or anything. The moment you swipe your card and the transaction goes through, the moment you get your rewards and it just buys Bitcoin for you.
That's what I love. The instantaneous rewards.
Yeah, you don't have to redeem them later.
And you don't have to wait till your billing cycle for those points to actually hit. Yeah. It's like as soon as you swipe your card, it's like there's Bitcoin in your account.
And you're not getting liabilities. You're every time you swipe for whether you're buying an asset or a liability, it gives you an asset.
Yep.
Even a small amount. Even if you're just buying coffee for $2, you just got 2 cents worth of Bitcoin that could be worth 6 cents in the future.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have Bitcoin. You can do like the EXP. You can do different types of Ethereum, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I just like Bitcoin because it's almost like the industry standard of crypto.
Yeah. God, I wish, I was so skeptical of Bitcoin for the longest time because I thought that governments would maybe shut it down. It just wouldn't be adopted by mainstream. But it seems like the last year or so, it's just being adopted.
I feel like it's here to stay.
It's here to stay now. And there's like even talks of the government buying Bitcoin. That doesn't tell me that they're going to ban it.
Right.
So that's why now I'm a lot more optimistic about it. I don't know if I'm going to intentionally buy it. But just having it as a default for my credit card points, which do add up. Like I think I've already got a few $100s worth just in the last couple of months or a month and a half.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's nice because then I don't have more junk coming to my house.
Right. I will say though, so recently because it was Prime Day sales last week, you were in Ireland last couple of days. I have my Amazon Ginger Snap credit card, which whenever I pay with it, I get 5% back towards like Amazon points.
Yeah.
I use those points for something I want versus something that like the business needs. So like,
sure. I still have that too with my other cards.
So I had $480. I just bought myself a new iPad mini.
Ooh, iPad mini.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do with that?
Whatever I want.
Okay. So that's not just for work?
No, this is just like fun. This is for me.
Right.
And there's a lot of applications like
it's useless without a kickstand. You got a kickstand with it?
I got a kickstand.
Thank God.
Yeah. Not my first rodeo in Apple. I bought that on my personal account though with Prime Days. I didn't use my extra Prime points for that. I'm just like, those are $8. I'll just pay for that. Like,
good point.
Yeah. But no, like it's got a lot of my music production on it. So I have an old iPad mini from like 2014 that's just nothing's updated in anymore. It's very much out of service. Like all my music apps I use, they're just like, we don't work on this iPad. And I'm like, it'd be nice to actually play with that stuff again. Yeah. So I got an update. Hopefully they all transfer over and I should have the iPad here today at my house.
Very nice.
Yeah. For free. Free iPad.
Free for points.
Yes.
Of Prime Day sales. So did you do all your Christmas shopping early? Is that how you got
that? Just like when I buy like a $2,000 lens.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's
business expenses.
Business expenses. Then it's like put 6% back on your card or 5%, whatever it is on that day.
Yeah.
And then I just used all those points to get the free iPad.
Fun.
Which I was going to be like, that's kind of a business expense, but I just didn't really care to Ginger Snap. Write it off at the moment.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How's your AirPod fiasco going? Any updates?
So they just refused to fix them again. And they said, this isn't covered under warranty because you must have dropped them. And so
you're like, no, they were ran over. I didn't drop them.
So just before the Ireland trip, I went to Best Buy and bought a new pair.
Congratulations.
And they sent the pair back. And I forgot my new AirPods the other day at work. And I just grabbed the old pair and just see if they work. They were working.
Okay.
So they work randomly,
Cool.
on and off.
So you have a maybe 50%
50% chance of, so I have 2 pairs of AirPods now.
Don't mix them up.
Yeah. Very upsetting because the lady that I last spoke to said that we are going to send you a new pair.
Mm-hmm.
They never did. They lied.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you don't get Apple Care, they're just not going to fix anything.
Did you get Apple Care on this new set?
Fuck no.
It's like $150 a month. Didn't we talk about this? Like that's
yeah, I'm not doing it.
Okay. What's funny, Brandon, your brother, listened to that episode, and he had a really good time listening to that
Did he?
episode. He's like, man, I love that with Nick and the AirPods and stuff. And I'm like, you might be the only person listening, but thank you.
I think he is. This is for you, Brandon.
Can't believe you didn't get the...
Well, they...
I'm getting Apple Care on my iPad.
Oh, yeah. So, because I bought them at Best Buy, I know online you can get the option for $1.50 a month for the Apple Care. And he's like, yeah, it's $30 for the year. I'm like, that's not $1.50 a month.
Right.
And he's like, this is just what we have. I'm like,
no.
well, then no. Yeah. That's not what I saw on the internet.
So are you going to do it on the internet then?
Fuck no. Sorry for the language, everyone.
Dude, they don't care.
I mean,
they want to see you be
they're not going to fix it anyway. Based off my experience, they're not going to fix anything. So.
I would disagree. That's what Apple Care is. And what...
But I think it also said it's not covered under Apple Care. When they sent it back, not covered under the warranty or Apple Care.
Okay.
Me dropping.
Might have to double check that. ChatGPT exactly what can happen. But I think Apple Care covers it if they're lost or damaged.
If they're lost or damaged, well, I don't know. They made it sound like even if it had Apple Care, they weren't going to cover it.
Okay.
Which was just like, okay, you guys are pointless.
Okay. But that's why they get you to get Apple Care, because they won't cover the damage outside of the Apple Care. And like, this is our program that says we will fix it.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
they're a bunch of liars.
I just don't want to see.
They lied way too many times.
I just don't want to see you run them over again in another month and then blame it on somebody else.
I didn't run them over. Somebody else did.
I didn't do this.
I just dropped them in the parking lot for a weekend. Got them on a Monday after they've been ran over a few times. But they were working.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They were working fine. They just had like scuffs on them. And the lab technician that got them back was just like, oh, there's scuffs. You must have damaged them. We're not fixing it. Like, well, thanks.
I bet I could have bought those.
Assuming. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Okay.
The world we live in where companies just won't take any responsibility anymore, especially Apple.
They won't take any responsibility for you dropping them in a parking lot and not having Apple Care. They
warranty them to work.
They warrantied them to work, not with damage.
Well, they can't prove any damage.
Other than those scuffs.
There's some scuff marks. Are you not allowed to scuff your headphones?
Which means they're damaged.
Yeah, but won't they? Well, it depends. What do you call damaged?
They probably call scuffs damage.
They were working the first time I sent them, and they had those scuff marks. They didn't say, hey, there's scuff marks here. They just said, these are working.
Yeah, but now you send them in like 6 times, and they're like, all right, we need to see what's actually happening.
Oh, now that it's not working, it's because of these damage. Well, what about before?
I don't know, man.
See? Gotcha.
I don't know, man.
Got you, and I got Apple. We got to end this podcast.
I got you right where I want you. All right. Yeah, well, if you're still here, thanks for listening to us ramble. This week we didn't have like a clear topic, but we just kind of wanted to catch up with you because it's been a little bit since we recorded. So
get multiple bids, everybody.
Yeah.
It's worth it. You might make $17,000 someday.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening. This might be our last podcast. Maybe not.
I don't think it will be.
Probably won't be.
We haven't talked about that. That's bold.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thank you so much for checking out the Investor Shed podcast. If you enjoyed your time, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow along on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at The Investor Shed for shorts and promos about each episode. Do you want to be a guest or know someone who has great real estate investing advice and stories? Reach out to us at theinvestorshed@gmail.com.